This is a set of miniatures for Cthulhu Wars. Specifically, it is a whole bunch of cultists. Hello and welcome to the Creative Kobold. Now, if you have not seen my Cthulhu Wars video, I suggest you do check that out after this. Basically, Cthulhu Wars is a game where there are several factions represented by various great old ones in the Cthulhu mythos, and they all have their own worshippers, but the main game comes with just one sculpt for cultists, and then you just have different colors of the same sculpt. However, in this set we get a bunch of different sculpts for all the various expansion cults or factions, and there are also some of the same sculpts that are in the original game but with new colors. I bought the game 100% for its miniatures, and the miniatures are really great if you want some Cthulhu mythos, Lovecraftian cosmic horror type creatures. And it's also probably the best set of cultists you can get, as long as you don't mind that they are all the same sculpts. But now let's go through these. There are 6 copies of each faction miniature in this set, by the way. So first of all, I want to show this guy, which is like an Arctic hunter type guy. So this is probably not one you're going to use in your D&D game unless you have firearms in your game. But what you can do is change out this rifle for a spear if you want to do a little bit of work. Then we have this one. This is a woman that's very vicious looking. She's wielding a small axe and is in the middle of attacking someone, so definitely a dangerous person there. Here's another one that also has a firearm. This is definitely Innsmouth Cultist. He's even got the bulbous eyes. Now, if you don't use firearms in your games, you could probably very easily switch out that gun for something else. Of course, he does have those very bulbous eyes, so he's not going to look like a regular human. Then there is this guy. He is more of a typical cultist, wielding a dagger, wearing a robe. He seems to have a bit of armor, like a simple breastplate thing on him, and actually a sheath for the dagger. But yeah, this is very much a classic cultist right here. So this is like a dancing or otherwise performing character. This is probably connected to the King in Yellow, but it is a very strange mini to have multiples of for something like D&D. I would probably use one of these as not a cultist but just a dancer, And maybe I'll paint one up as a bronze statue or something like that. This blue guy is a more classic cultist. Could definitely also be used as just a regular priest. He's in his ceremonial robes. He's got a large staff with a symbol on top. Definitely one that I can see myself using multiples of, though I will say I'll probably switch out most of them to have spears. Here we have a cultist that is wearing like a ram's skull as a helmet or a mask, and they are chained up probably of their own volition. You could easily remove those chains, though one other thing you could do is switch out the head to a normal head and just have them as a sort of prisoner. These are the sculpts that get a whole bunch of in the main game. They have a nice large robe, they've got a large hood on. Inside the hood you can see they have a skull mask on. They got one arm up in the air and then the other arm holding a book. So these are your archetypical cultists. They are really good sculpts for cultists. I have painted up all the cultists that comes with the Cthulhu Wars main game. I think that's like 24 or something like that. I'm definitely going to paint them in other colors than ones I already have, just so I can have them be different cults or different ranks in a cult, stuff like that. From the main set, I painted up 12 in black robes with blue trimmings and 6 in red robes with yellow trimmings and 6 in brown robes with green trimmings. I also switched out some of their hands to give them different weapons or items. There are a couple that have wands, there's a couple that have daggers, stuff like that. And I think I also gave some of them like small pouches, stuff like that. In addition, I did cut off the entire head piece of one of them and gave him the head of a miniature from the board game Clue. Well, I think he actually looks very much like a cult leader. So yeah, these are definitely great minis for cultists. In this set in particular, there are some miniatures that you may not find a use for. These guys with the rifles, the guy with a pistol, the dancing girls, the chained characters. Well, there's at least 24 miniatures here that you should be able to find a use for, probably more, especially if you can do a little bit of kit bashing. They paint up great. The regular sculpt that you get 12 of in this set is just perfect cultist miniatures, in my opinion. But if you're just interested in those, you might want to go for the main game and also get all the Lovecraftian creatures. So check out my video on that as well. It's a bit old, but it's definitely worth a watch if you're interested or just want to see what's in that game. It's a lot of miniatures and a lot of large ones. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.